Hey coach, if you watched my last video, then you know that I don't think you need more clients to make more money in your sports training business. What I do think is that you need a system, and I'm going to show you the first piece of that system right here, right now in this video. So it's called a funnel, and I'm going to show you step by step how you actually put one together. And don't worry if you think it's complicated, it is not. Again, I'm going to show you right here in this video, step by step. So just follow along. And if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Coach Harper. I built a 6-figure, soon to be 7-figure youth sports coaching business, and I do it 98% online. And I'm here to show you guys how to do it. I do not gatekeep. I show you exactly how to do everything. Now, this funnel that I'm going to show you is the same funnel that I use to help me make over 6 figures, and I'm going to show you exactly how to create it right here. Let's jump into my computer over here. All right. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to ClickFunnels. Okay, so I use ClickFunnels. Some people will say they don't use ClickFunnels, they use something else, but ClickFunnels is what I like to call the gold standard. So you're gonna need to go and get you a ClickFunnels account. I'm gonna link the ClickFunnels website down below. All right, and I would recommend that you get on ClickFunnels 2.0 or the new ClickFunnels, not ClickFunnels Classic. I don't think you can even sign up for that anymore if you don't have it, but if you do have it, then that's great. All right, now once you get logged in, you're gonna see, you're not gonna have any funnels here or anything like that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a funnel, all right? Now, again, if you have not watched my first video, a funnel is just a place that is basically a website that you can use to sell your products. Now, I know you're thinking, well, why would we build a funnel if we don't have a product? Don't worry about that. We're gonna set up a place for them to go, okay? When I first learned how to do this stuff, we had to have a place to go. So we have a place to go, and then we're gonna create our product in the actual next video. So what we're gonna do is you can either start from scratch or create with AI. Creating with AI is awesome, but I want to show you how we're gonna be able to do it right here, just like this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a template, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna edit this template. So the funnel type that we're gonna use is a product funnel. All right, or we can use a VSL funnel, which is a video sales letter funnel. So we're gonna tap on product funnels, and we're gonna use something like this here. This looks cool, selling your ebook, because that's kind of what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be putting a product together, and I'm gonna show you how to put it in an ebook and all that great stuff. So all of the things that you need to have is already in there for you. And we're gonna do what we're gonna do with this. All right, so we're gonna use this template, and we're gonna jump in here, okay? Okay, so when you get in here, you're gonna have a few different pages here, okay? All these that you see are different pages. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this down. We're gonna make it even simpler. All we're gonna do is we're gonna have one page, which is our sales page, and then we're gonna go to what's called an upsell page. We're gonna deal with that in another video, and then we're gonna go to the thank you page, okay? So we're gonna have 3 pages: our regular page, our upsell page, and our thank you page. Only thing we're gonna deal with here today is our regular sales page, and then our thank you page. We're gonna work on the other stuff later. Trust me, just follow along with the whole course here, okay? Hop into opt-in. Now we're gonna have 11 different sections in here, but trust me, it's very, very easy. It's very, very simple. And the way I show you, you're gonna be able to copy paste. It's gonna be cool. All right, so section 1 is very, very simple. We're gonna call this our headline, pick, and teaser, okay? So exactly what it is, we're gonna give a headline, we're gonna give a picture, and we're gonna give a teaser. My teaser is basically my buttons. Now, I just wanna show you how we're gonna create this. We're gonna fill this in later on another video when I start talking to you exactly about what to put on your actual funnel. I just want us to have a place to go so that next thing we can do is just create our thing. So what we wanna do is while we have this, we're going to come in and we're going to delete all of this stuff here because we don't need it. All right. So all we have to do is come over here. You see this blue row. we're going to go over to the trash can. We're going to hit the trash can. That's going to delete that. All we need is a headline. We don't need this small headline either. All we need is a headline. So in this place, this part right here, you're going to put your headline. We'll talk about headlines and exactly what to put in that in another video. All right. After that, we want to have our picture. Okay, we got a picture here, a placeholder picture. Very simple. If you want to add a separate picture, you're just going to come up in here where it says settings, tap on that. And then when you do that, you can go right here where it says image URL, tap on that, and then you got your images that you can pick from. You can choose from the images that are here, or you can create one yourself, drop it in there. We can do one simply on Canva, or we can do it on ChatGPT. And again, I'll show you how to do all of those things. But today's purposes is just to show you how to build this funnel out. All right, so we have this, we got our book. We don't need this. All we literally need is a headline, okay, our picture, and then what we want to do after that is we want to have a sub-headline. So you just want your headline, book, sub-headline, button. Cool? All right, cool. So headline, we got our picture. Now we're going to add a sub-headline. How do we do that? We're going to add an element, okay? So how we add an element is we just hover over this video or this words here, and then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to go to add element, tap on that, and what we want to do is add a paragraph, okay? A paragraph, or actually a sub-headline. See sub-headline here, we're going to add the sub-headline there. Now we got a sub-headline, okay? All right, and if we want to edit this, all we have to do is just click in here, all right, and then we can start editing this, all right? And then we can type in something awesome, sub-headline, all right? Cool. So we got that. Now we have all the elements that we need. And what I would like to do is I like to rearrange this so that it's all straight up and down. Because what we want to do when we're actually doing this is we want to have a place that a website or a funnel that is optimized for the phone. Because most people, when they get on the funnels, they use their phone, or when they get on these websites, they use their phone. You're going to have overwhelmingly more people on the phone than you're going to have on a computer or on a tablet. So what we're going to do is we're going to optimize this for the phone. All right. So one of the ways that we do that is we're going to come up here where you see this little phone icon here, and we're going to tap it like that. And what we want to do is we actually want to edit this in this phone view. So it comes out really nice. So right now you see this is down here like this. Okay, what we need to do is we need to get the headline above this. So how we do that is we come down here. You see this little move arrow here? We're gonna take that, we're just gonna simply move it up there. So you guys seeing it, it's drag and drop, it's literally. So you're gonna put your headline here, okay? Awesome headline, all right? And then your picture of your book, and we got an awesome sub-headline. All right, awesome. Ooh, we missed the M. All right, awesome sub-headline. Then we have our button, okay? All right, cool, we got that. So section 1 is done, all right? Now, we're getting ready to move to section 2. Section 2 is what I like to call pain, agitate, and solve. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna do some work on our customers. We're gonna hit them with the hard pain, then we're gonna agitate that pain, and then we're gonna solve it. Remember, we're gonna talk in depth in another video about that pain, agitation, and solve. So let's go in and let's set up our section. So the next section, if you go down, this is where we're gonna put the pain, agitation, and solve. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna have a painful headline, okay? So we're gonna put in a painful headline. All right, and remember, we're gonna come back to this and we're gonna fill all of this stuff in. From there, we're gonna have paragraph again, also another picture. So what we wanna do is we wanna take these things here, we wanna take these things out. So what we're gonna do is hover over this. All of these things are gonna come out, and we're gonna put in our own pictures. So we're gonna delete this. Okay. Now I'm going to come up under this paragraph here where it says add element. We're going to add another element, and then we're going to put in our picture. So in order to do that, we're going to go to media, okay, and then we're going to add an image. All right, so cool. Now, once we get an image to put in there, I'll show you how to put an image in there, but real quick, we're just going to tap on the settings, and there's a spot right here, image URL. We're just going to tap on that picture. That'll allow us to put a new picture in there. So let's go ahead and just add a placeholder picture in there for now, just so we can say we know how to do it. And let's just start with this picture of a computer. Okay, cool. We got that painful headline. We got some paragraph, and we're going to add another paragraph under this. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to hit the clone button. All right, the clone button is going to allow us to put in another paragraph, and we're going to drop it, move it, and drop it under there, just like we moved the other one. All right, so cool. That is our pain, agitation, solve section. All right, cool. Now we're going to move on. The next part is what I like to call the story part. All right, and with the story part, we're going to have another section. Conveniently, they have another section for us here. So we're going to add a story part. So in this part, we're going to have headline. All right, so we got to put a headline in. And what I like to do to make it easier, we just go to add element, because we can move things around. So we're going to go to add element. We're going to drop in a headline. Then we're going to move this headline up above this picture. Okay, so we're going to have headline, and then from the headline, we're going to have some more words here. Okay. So we're going to add a paragraph. All right, tap on paragraph. So we got some words there. Then we're going to have a picture. All right, we already got a picture here, so we're going to leave this picture in. We know how to put a picture in. We just did that. Okay, rewind the video if you don't know how to do that. All right, from there, what we're going to do under the picture is we're going to put more paragraphs. So now we already have some paragraph here. We got a little headline here. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this headline. We're going to leave this block of paragraph here. All right. From there, we're going to add another picture. So we're going to go to add element, tap on that, and then we're going to go to media. Tap on media. That takes us to get image. We're going to tap on image, and then image is going to put another image there. Now we're going to repeat this for a few more times. So let's just do it one more time, just for the sake of time's sake and you being able to see it. You can do as many as you want. So I'm just going to go up here, clone this, move it under my picture, and we have that. And then all this stuff right here, I am going to delete. All right. Now, there's one last thing that we need to do, and we need to put in at the end of every one of our sections is a button. All right. So we're going to go down here, add element. All right. And then we're going to go scroll down until we see button. It's right here in the media section or the form section. And you're going to click that, and you're going to add a button, because in every section of our website or our funnel website here, we want to have a place for people to be able to go ahead and purchase our product, right? Always, always, always be asking, okay? So we're gonna have that available for them right there in every last section. All right, so that was our story section. All right, so the next section is what I call what secret did you uncover? Okay, so we're gonna uncover a secret that we knew that nobody else knew, or a secret that we learned that made us a little bit different. So again, we're gonna bring it in very simple. All right, very simple. We already have an element here. We're just gonna add an element, and we're gonna put a headline here, because in this section, we wanna have a headline. So we're gonna take this headline, move it on the top. These pictures here, we can actually go in and delete these pictures, okay? Just hover over them, and hit the trash can. It's going to delete all of these pictures here, okay? Because all we're going to need to do in this section for our what secret did you uncover, we're going to have a headline, We're going to talk about it, and then we're going to add a new element for some pictures of our own in this section as well. All right, so we want text, picture, text. All right, simple as that. So we go here, we got the text up top. We want to add in the media for our image. Then we go back down, another element right up under there, tap for that, and we're gonna go and add another paragraph. All right, so again, text, picture, text. So what's next? Picture. All right, so we come back in, we're gonna go up to media, add an image, and we're good. And then one more time, adding in our paragraph, and we're gonna drop that right up under there. And then remember what we end with. What we're gonna end with here is what? A button, correct. We're gonna put a button in there, all right? So we're gonna come up here again, scroll down, get our button. All right, remember, button at the end of every section. All right, now the next section is who is it for? All right, the who is it for section. Now the who is it for section is a little bit different, a little bit easier. All right, when we put in a who is it for section, all we need is text and bullet points, because what? We're telling them who is this for. This is for whoever it's for, right? All right. Most of us, it's going to be for sports, all right? There might be some people who watch this video who may have personal training, so it might be for people who need to lose weight or something like that. But for most of us, it's going to be, this works for football, basketball, soccer, track, whatever. All right, so this is our who is it for section. So again, we can literally come in here. This time we want to get rid of the pictures, all right? And all we want is a headline and bullet points. So I'm going to show you where the bullet points are. I know this looks really cool. And this guy has his own signature there, and we can do that as well. I'll have to show you guys how to do that. But we're going to add a new element, all right? And in this element, we're going to add a headline, because we have that, and then we are going to add in some bullet points. So just go to add element, and then you see the bulleted list here. All right, so we're just going to tap on that, and that's going to give us our bulleted list. So all we have to do now is go back in and section that off. So if you guys want, you can label this, who is this for? All right, if you want. And then remember, end of the section, we're going to do what? Add a button. You guys are catching on quick. Okay, you're catching on quick. All right, add a button. We always want to have a button at the end of every section. Our next section is why should they get it? Why should they get it? Okay, so now we're going to explain to them why they should get our product. So we're going to have a headline. So we already have one here. We're going to take this headline, we're going to drag it up to the top. We are going to leave this picture of the book here because this is our placeholder. We're going to add a new picture right here for that. And then we're going to tell why they should get this product, okay? Again, we're going to go over what to put in this section, okay? Okay, why Speed to Dominate, that's the name of my program. So why Speed to Dominate, all right? That's what you're going to put at the top there, okay? All right, got our thing, and we have our button already there. So great, we got that. Now, the next section, some of you may have this, all right, and some of you may not have this. This section is called the testimonial section. This is where we're going to prove to people that what we have actually works, all right? So some of you may have it, some of you may not, but you can use testimonials from people you already work with. You can use testimonials of yourself or your children that you've worked with already. So let's jump in and let's work on this section. All right, so this section, again, very, very simple. testimonials. What people are saying is already there. What people are saying, okay? You can have pictures of written testimonials. So if somebody writes something for you, you can start right now. Go find some people to write some stuff for you. That's people that you've worked with in the past. Write some stuff for you, preferably on social media, and then you just screenshot it, and we can put it in here. Okay. Video also works good. So let's talk about putting it in a video. Okay. So what are people saying? We got our thing here, and then we can do a video. So let's just go right here. We're going to hit add element, and we're going to add in a video. So we're going to tap on media. Now we have video. So once you tap on a video, you see a nice little video box comes up there. All right. Now it's very simple to add your videos in here. I'm going to show you exactly how you do that right now. All you have to do is go tap on settings. On settings, you got video URL. You can put YouTube video in there, a Vimeo, I believe it says it right here, Wistia HTML5 custom embed. And I believe that you might be able to put in a Loom. You have to try it, but all you have to do is copy your YouTube video, paste it in here, and it will show up right here in this box. Okay, so if you want video, you got that. I recommend at least having 2 to maybe 3 videos. If you don't have that, at least 2 to 3 people actually speaking about you. So you can just put pictures in here. If you like this, which looks pretty cool, you can kind of just copy and paste the stuff in there, get a picture of the person, and then of course you can go into your settings and you can change the picture out however you want. Okay? All right, so I'll leave that section up to you on however you want to do it. But for me, I'm going to throw in videos, and then I'll just make it simple. I'll just add an element, and I'll do another media and another image. And so for my images there, I'll just drop in something from someone who's already have said stuff on social media or anything like that, and I'll put it in there. So my images will come up wherever I have things that people have said. I have some stuff in here. I'll just click on it and put it in there. Let's see if I can find something that someone has said already that's in here. Here's something. So I'm just throwing up a random one. Somebody has said, "Hey coach, thanks for the reply. I want you to know that we did all this stuff yesterday and we got great results." Cool. So I'll put that in there. All right. So you see how that's built. Okay. Got a video. I've got videos that I can put in here, and then also some people who have said some things. And if I don't want this, of course, we can come down here. All right. For this whole element, and we can just delete the whole thing if we don't want any of that stuff in there. All right, hit delete, and now we have this. Now remember, into the section, add your button. By now you should be able to do this. Got media, add our button, and then we're good to go there. Okay, so in the next section, we're going to talk about the transformation. Okay, what transformation do your kids get? Are they going to get faster? Are they going to jump higher? Are they going to have more agility? Whatever it's going to be, that's what the transformation that we're going to put in here. Okay, so we're going to set this this part out. Okay, and we're going to say, okay, I like to put in, watch them transform. All right, sorry, transform. Okay, alternate spelling there. Okay, so what's the transformation? So we're going to have that. Of course, we got our paragraph there, and then the next thing we want to do is we're going to add, again, our formula, go into our picture, image, then back to our paragraph. So we're going to make a clone, move it under our picture, and then we can talk some more. So you can do this as many times as you want. All right. If not, if you're good with the 2 or good with the 1, that's fine as well. Now we're going to add the element. Remember, we're going to put our button here. All right. Add our button, and we're good to go. Now we're going to talk about the what do they get section. Okay, now this section is very important because it's telling your parents or whoever your clients are that this is what they're going to get. Okay, so now we have to do what's called creating an offer. We're going to create a compelling offer, and again, I'm going to have another video that's going to show you how to put together the correct offer that's going to make people want to buy over and over and over and over again. But for now, let's go ahead and set up this section. Okay, so in this section, we got to create a new section because we have run out of sections here. All right, so how we do that is we're going to add a section. Come down here where it says add a section, tap that, and we're going to add a section. All right, so now what we want to do is we just want a blank section. Okay, add a blank section. We just want one column and we're good. All right, so cool. Now we have a section. So now we can start building this section out. All right, so first thing we want is what? A headline, so people know what we're talking about here. And so in this section, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in, what do you get? What do you get? Or here's what you get. Now, from there, what we want to do is we want to add another element. You can either put in a bulleted list, but what I typically like to do is I like to add pictures. So you can add a bulleted list here if you want. What I like to do is I like to add pictures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a image, a visual representation of what they get. I think that works a lot better. Then we're going to add in a bulleted list, all right? So we're going to put the bulleted list under there. Now, we're only going to need one of the bullet points. So we're going to, what you do is you can come in here and you can just delete all of this, all right, and just leave one, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that for everything that we're going to offer, okay? So what's going to happen is we're not just going to offer our product. So for example, if you, like for me, I have a Speed to Dominate program, which is a 4-week youth speed program that I offer, but it also comes with 21 speed drill videos, comes with 4 weeks of speed workouts, a speed tracker, nutrition guide, and all those different type of things. So what I do is I give a visual representation of each one of those things. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you how you can just duplicate this, and we can just keep moving along. So clone that, take it, move it under here, boom. Then we're going to take this and we're going to clone this, all right, and then we're just going to move it under there. Now, again, you're just going to copy, keep going for as many times as you need to move your stuff. All right, so however many things that you're going to have. Again, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to need for each section, all right, in another video. So you keep going, keep going, keep going, so as many as you want, and then at the end, we're going to add a button. You guys got it, you got it, you got it, you're catching on quick, all right? Now, here's one thing that we want to do. We want to make sure that we have everything saved, because sometimes computer cuts off. You guys already know about saving from the 90s if you've been around since the 90s, okay? All right, so that's the what do they get section. Now we're at the most important section where we're going to actually have people start to pay. So now we've got our checkout section. So let's jump into this, all right? So in this section, we are going to start putting in our price, add some urgency, and a payment. What we're going to do is, we got this here. I'm not going to add a new section here, but we are going to create a new section right under this, but not really officially. So we're going to add element, okay? And in this element, we are going to put a headline, all right? Headline, and we're going to come in here and we're going to do some stuff to this text here, all right? So we're going to go to settings, click on the settings there, and we're going to go down here to override. So we want to override what they have here, and we want to make this look like what we want to make it look like. So instead of using the railway font, we're going to come out and we're going to use a bigger, thicker font. Let's just use Archivo Black, okay? We're going to come down here to font size, and we're going to just make it kind of big, just so we can make this stand out. Now, here is where we're going to put the price. So we're going to say only, remember to put only, all right, let's just say $27, okay? Only $27. Now, what we're gonna do is add urgency. What we're gonna do under there, we're gonna put a subheadline, add an element, subheadline, and we're gonna put here, all right, limited time offer. Okay, so we're gonna put limited time offer. That's creating some urgency, right? And we want to go back in here, settings. We're gonna override this, and we're gonna change the font size and just make it a little bit bigger. All right, see how that's coming in nicely. All right, so we got that. Only $27, limited time offer, and we're gonna add another thing that's gonna actually add some more urgency to this, and we're gonna add in a countdown timer. So a countdown timer is going to say, hey, we only got about 5 minutes for this, however long. So we're going to put in a countdown timer. Go down to the bottom, countdown timer. Here it is. We're going to put it in there. All right. Now for this countdown timer, we can add some stuff in there. So we're just going to go to settings, and now we're going to add the time that we want. Okay. So we want it to be evergreen. Okay. So the time will reset. And we want to reset on page load. So every time somebody loads the page, this timer is going to set. So this does just create urgency. And so we want to set it to 5 or 6 minutes or so. Okay. And then I like to change the seconds to something that's odd, so it's not like, oh, it started at 5 minutes exactly. No, we started at like 5:17. Like that's how much time that we have left. All right. So it's going to count down. From there. Now you can add a expire action if you want to. We'll work on that a little bit later. But for right now we have our date, we have our price, we have our urgency, and now for the main course, the big boy, we're going to add in payment information. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here again, and we're going to click on checkout. So we're going to add a checkout element to this. All right, so we're going to our checkout, tap on checkout, and now we have a place for people to actually pay us right here. All right, so now that we have that, we have our funnel pretty much put together. Okay, so now we're going to click on save, and then there's one more section that I want to add in here, and that is the frequent asked questions section. Okay. So we're going to put a placeholder for it, but of course we're going to work on it once we get into actually doing that. So now we want to actually do another section. So we're going to add a section. All right, hover over here, add a section. Again, blank section, one column, and then we're literally going to add in our paragraph. So just tap on paragraph. Okay, we have a paragraph. All right, so we're coming here, we're going to click add element, and we want to give it a subheadline this time, and then we're going to put that above our paragraph here. All right, and so what I want to do right here is I want you to label this F.A.Q, okay? Frequently asked questions, because this is going to be very, very important to closing the sale for your people. So a lot of people are going to have questions. If we answer the questions, the more questions we answer on this page, the more sales that we're going to make. All right. So now you have a full funnel. Okay, you have a full funnel that you have created. You've got, all we have to do now is just place our product in this funnel and then copy and paste the words. Now you've seen exactly how to build this funnel, and I told you I wasn't going to gatekeep anything. So if you want to save yourself some time, I've already built this template inside of the digital escape room. You can copy it, make it your own, and I'll personally help you get buyers for it. The link for the digital escape room is under this video. So go down there, click the link if you're ready to go and join into that. Here it is, the digital escape room. There's places where you can talk directly with me, but in the classroom, we've got this thing called the Manna Income Engine. That's what we're building right now. And you got your templates right here in the template library. And then also we're gonna have a lot more information for you guys in here. So you can get it right there. And in the next video, I'm going to show you what to put inside this funnel so people actually want to buy from you. All right, I'll see you in the next video. It's coming up right here.